Good morning, my name is Andreas. I work as professional video producer and social media consultant. Recently, I've also been interested in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and that kind of stuff, and also trading. In this video, I'd like to show you how I'm trading on Poloniex for maximum profit, of course. So, first part, how do we find coins to trade? This is in the context of day trading. So typically you want to go for profits from 2% to say 5% to be in the safe zone. If you want to be a little bit more risky, you can go up as high as 10% per trade. What I'm doing is I go to Poloniex. Personally, I only trade in Bitcoin. I never trade in US dollars or Monero or Ethereum. Always just going back to Bitcoin. I find that to be the safest route. Then I go in and sort this list and try to find those coins that are up at least 10% and have a relatively low or a relatively high volume at, say, at least 100K or 10,000. You can also sort the list by volume, of course. Let's say I'm looking at Einsteinium. Use a little longer candlesticks and look at the monthly or 2-week chart. And basically what I'm trying to find here is a clear uptrend. What you can see here in this particular case is that Einsteinium has been having a clear uptrend. So it's been going for about a month now. It's been going up and up. And today, or for the last 24 hours at least, it's been pumping crazy. So this is typically a good indicator for something that's going to be a safe investment for that particular day. And basically, I'm trying to do that for every coin that I look at. And I would fave the ones that I find most interesting until for that day. Next thing, I would then filter the list by only those that are marked with a star and look at the coins more closely. So I would go down with the candlesticks to the 5 minutes. 5-minute candles, and then I would look for signs that this would be a good investment. As you can see on the chart, it has high volume, which is very good. And right now, I would say Einsteinium would be a relatively good point to get in because it's having a downtrend right now. And so you could get in at a relatively low price and it would probably go up again. For this particular example, though, we're going to use Expanse because this is the one that I've prepared for. So how do we figure out when it is a good time to buy into something? Normally I do this by looking again at the chart, but this time on TradingView. You can add new coins right up here. Let's say Ethereum Classic. I'd search for Ethereum Classic and then just find the one that says Poloniex. Here again, you can view the 3-month charts. A little hard to say for me as a German. 1-month charts, 5-day charts. And up here you can see that at the same time when you switch these views, that the candlesticks that are used on the chart go down. If you zoom in really closely, it even goes down to 1-minute candles, which you don't have on Poloniex, which I find quite interesting. Everything that I'm showing today is free on TradingView. You can use the same setup for free on TradingView that I'm showing today. Okay, the things that I use or how I figured out what's good and what's bad is, first of all, I want to mention Cryptodon. He's got an interesting channel which you can check out for typical trading advice. Also high altitude investing, which he has a couple of very good tutorials on generally when it is a good time to get in on a trade, trading plans. He's putting out a lot of stuff for free, which is crazy, but he's also very young. So what I took from him though is basically the chart setup. I'd like to have 4 things to look at. Obviously the chart itself, the volume, MACD, and the RSI. The RSI is the relative strength index. What the RSI tells you is how much buying power is currently available in the chart. And it basically what it tells you is when is a good time to sell and when is a good time to buy in. When I zoom in here, when all 4 charts are up, or 3 charts, sorry, the MACD, the RSI, and the candlesticks are up really, really high, it's a really good time to sell. Because typically when the RSI turns around, the sell orders start to take over and you need to get your own sell order in as quickly as possible. So basically what you're looking for is the MACD to be down, hopefully to turn around soon, as indicated by the 2 lines here, the red one and the blue one. The RSI down again, and also the candlesticks down. When I go back, like right around here, would have been a really good point to get in. So the RSI, the MACD is down, the RSI is really, really down. And so right around here would have been a good time to get in. And as you see, it went up by 10%. So if you bought in right around here, you could have left with 10% profit. The drawing tools up here can be favorited, and when they're favorited, they show up here. What I typically use is Fibonacci retracement, pitchforks, and I use the horizontal line a lot. And the one that you just saw is, I think it's called price range, if I happen to find it. Price range is here. And basically what it allows you to do is just draw a rectangle. And you can also format the first point and the second point to get a more precise calculation. So let's say that we have determined that this right here would be a good time to buy into this coin. Although the RSI is not down and what have you. Because I have, and this is a good example. So I would go ahead to Poloniex next. Use the price that I found here. And you can just add an alert and just take whatever is shown here, paste in here and say buy, I don't know, 300 expense. Then you put your buy order and hopefully it fills. Typically it's a good idea to spread out your buy orders, put some lower ones, put some higher ones. This way you get, in average, a better buying price. But you also run the risk of not getting enough of your desired coins out of the buy-in price. So it's a little bit more risky, but it's also a bit cheaper. When I got that, I would go to my trade history and I would select all my buy position and I would select all my buy positions. Up here it says break-even price, which I would take and paste into a little calculation that I have here, and how much I've bought into the amount. So the calculation, I know, looks really complicated, but it's really, really easy to understand. So Basically, the break-even price is the price at which this particular trade drives profit. The percentage would be how much percentage gain that I'd like to get out of the trade. And normally I divide my sell orders by 4. So I would put in total 4 sell orders. And to have them divided equally, I just divide them by 4. So this would be the total amount that I would add into this box on Poloniex. So just copy, paste. Right down here is where most of the magic happens. It basically spreads the profit across 4 sell orders. So this would be 2.5% in this particular case, 5% profit, 7.5% profit, and this would be finally 10% profit. But it also calculates a stop loss order, which is always 7% below the profit point. Then I will go ahead again to TradingView and add everything here. The way I do this is basically really easy. You add a new horizontal line, paste all the values here, and you can save templates for styles like line width, color, show the text or not, and what have you. Now the actual selling happens. What I would do is I would take my first order and add a new sell order for this price and this amount on Poloniex. The next thing that I would do is I would put a stop loss order for the remaining amount. So whatever I have left here, I would just click here and it would fill and it would autofill. I would pick a price that is a little bit less than I have above, and I just put this stop loss order. Okay. So let's say we bought in here, as we see it going up. So then it would hit this price point, and because this went so quickly and it's now above the profit line, I would take my my stop loss order and move it above my profit line. So and I'm trying to be very aggressive about this. Let's say just 0.0006. I would go ahead, delete my stop loss order, and put in a new stop loss order. For the amount that I've just selected. So this is to be safe. That whenever it goes down or dumps or crashes, what have you, that I'm still making some sort of profit. And if this stop loss order then executes and it really goes down this far, you can buy in again. So if you really want to have this trade, you can buy in again, but you're going to have some sort of profit out of it. So this has basically, by the way, not worked perfectly for me, but it feels at least better. So again, in this particular case, I would then, when the first order has been executed, I would put another sell order again at this amount, but this time this price. And for the remaining amount, I would still use the stop loss order that I've set. Another example of what you can do with a stop loss order is, let's say we use this as a stop loss order. The trade goes up, then I would raise my stop loss order. The price rises again, and then whenever it hits a new resistance level, I just raise the stop loss. I would just raise the stop loss order until I don't have any coins left and my highest selling order has been filled. 10% is really risky. Typically, I'd suggest 6% at most. for a day trade or for a swing trade. As I've said, it's not working perfectly. I'm not perfect. I can't look into the future and tell you which coin is going to go up and which one's going to go down. But at least this is a strategy that I can live with. If you want to have more strategies, check out High Altitude Investing. He's got some Excel sheets and Word documents that you can download. And I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to trading with Poloniex. You don't have to leave me a like on this video because this is not my main channel. So if you leave me a like, it doesn't help me professionally at all. But you can leave some comments, tell me what you think of my strategy, how I can improve, and so forth. And until next time, take care. Bye.